I hope it's a good day. You know, Ephesians 1:5 says God decided in advance to adopt us into his own family by bringing us to himself through Jesus Christ. This is what he wanted to do, and it gave him great pleasure. There was a young African teenager, young lady that stood in front of a council. Here she came over on a slave trip, and she's standing in front of a council that included the governor, the lieutenant governor, and even John Hancock. She was on trial for validating her own writings. See, blacks were intellectually inferior, incapable of what white people believed of even learning how to read and write. So how could this young lady have written these 28 poems so Christian, so eloquent? Well, Phillis Wheatley, which, by the way, Phillis was the name of the slave ship that brought her over here, and Wheatley was the name of her owners. Her name didn't even belong to her. Phillis Wheatley, though, was treated differently. She was adopted into the Wheatley family. They taught her how to read and write. They didn't have her cleaning the house or doing the dishes or working in the fields. They taught her how to read and write and treated her like she was part of the family. And that made all the difference. It let Phillis Wheatley flourish, and it let her become the first African-American poet in America. Now think of that. The first one in U.S. history. She changed her world. You and I can change ours. You know, her best-known poem, is basically on being brought from Africa to America. And I want you to hear this, because she doesn't claim herself as a victim. She really understands Romans 8 and understands herself as a victor. She says, "'Twas mercy brought me from my pagan land, taught me benighted soul to understand that there's a God, and there's a Savior too. Once I redemption neither sought nor knew. Some view our sable race with scornful eye. Their color is a diabolic dye. Remember, Christians, Negroes black as Cain may be refined and join the angelic train." Isn't that something? I mean, just think about it. You and I are part of the family. Doesn't matter what color we are. Doesn't matter how much talent we think we have or don't have, how well we can speak, how well we can write. None of that stuff matters. All that matters is we're part of the family. We can change our world like Phillis Wheatley. Keep looking up. Heaven's closer than you think. May God bless your day.